short. What? Oh, that's not that short. That's the snort. So
of it being like a glitch. But if there is, you're probably not gonna survive. Or
okay, so that's exactly what they do with your body too, bro.
That's what they do with the cancer.
When they not just the cancer, bro. I'm not talking about no disease they taking one. I'm just talking so they can see what's going on. They gotta use those little suction tubes.
We not only told you to do it, we helped you get away from it, and then you still went back. It's just like there's nothing. What do you want us to do? Like we have.
You are now watching the Westmoreland Bros podcast.
Here we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning
to you,
Kennedy. That was for you. I guess it's for whoever's watching now, but it was really for you.
I only had the to you. I don't think anything comes after that. And you decided to say to you as well, so it's kind of like.
Was that from The Sound of Music, or is that just something Grandma did?
Whoa. We're not asking these extravagant questions right now where if I say yes or no, somebody in the comments gonna get on my neck. I haven't seen The Sound of Music since I was not even double digits, bro. I haven't seen that in so long, bro. That movie's so long, and the singing is just too much. I can't.
I think it's a safe bet. I don't think people really even know what that is. If I'm being honest, like that movie.
The new generation definitely don't. But for all of our cousins and the people who are above, I would say 30, 35 years of age, they know. Especially
you think they would know?
35.
Black and white. You think they would know?
Black and white. Yeah, black and white. Because The Sound of Music was like. I mean, obviously it was white people, but like I just feel like black people might have watched it too. Because I've throughout the years I've talked about it a little, not a lot. And like I don't know, Dad, I assume watched it because we watched it, so I'm assuming black people have seen it. I think it's probably a classic. Let's ask: is Sound of Music a classic? I don't know. I think it is.
I would assume it is, but I don't know if black people watch it. It's like when we talked about the other day, Friday. How white people there's white people that seen Friday, of course, but like when you ask a group of them, it's like there's a good chance people haven't seen it. Compared to black people, it's like that's a black classic, you know. So Sound of Music, I feel like might be in that same category. I feel like I don't know. I'm about to ask next time I see somebody, I'm about to ask them, like, do you know what that is? 'Cause I don't feel like they will.
You know what we should do over the next week? Just all the black people we run across, who we work with, who we cool with, our family, we should just be like, yo, have you ever seen The Sound of Music? And then just tally it up, like, all right, 1 out of 2, 3 out of 4, like whatever. And then at the end of the week, we can come back and be like, yo, it looked like 50% of people, like black people, really don't know what this is. And we can do the same thing with white people, though. You know what I mean? That'd be interesting.
Honestly, we could send out some text messages, bro, and get it and have it ready for this podcast. People will see it right there if they know about it or not, you know?
Yeah.
And we gotta ask different ages too.
Exactly, because you know what I thought of with that is that all white and black, excuse my redness, this isn't a hickey, I just shaved a little bit. That's my whole whiteness coming out. But anywho, people know what the Wizard of Oz is though. And on top of that, they know what the Wiz is because Michael Jackson was in that. So maybe if they don't know what the Sound of Music is, that's because that was their musical. You see what I'm saying? As far as like that culture and that time frame.
The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, because I would assume the Wizard of Oz. I'm on my phone. I can't look it up. I would assume the Wizard of Oz and the Sound of Music. It's pretty. I'm thinking they might have came out around the same time, maybe 10 years.
Which one do you think is older? I feel like Sound of Music is older, but
Sound of Music.
Yeah. I feel like Sound of Music is.
Yeah, look it up and see. Let's see how close they are. Because they got to be close. Both our parents, or at least our mom, grew up seeing both of those. Sound of Music, 1940s. Wizard of Oz, 1960s.
I don't know if this is real or not. This is what ChatGPT says, aka the re-enhanced Google. It says the Wizard of Oz was released August 25th, 1939. I don't know if that's true or not. That's great. Almost 100 years old. What the heck? And then it says the Sound of Music premiered March 2nd, 1965. Wizard of Oz is 30 years older than the Sound of Music. I would not have guessed that. That is very crazy.
When they play this back, I had it backwards, bro, because I said Sound of Music around 1940, but that was in the 60s, and then I said Wizard of Oz was in the 60s, but that was 39, pretty much 40. That's crazy. Right. But with that Wizard of Oz though, because I'm not sure if they ever made like another one. That's the original one that we saw. Like
that's what ChatGPT says. Because I mean, if it's not, then if it is the Wiz, because the Wiz came after the Wizard of Oz, that means the Wizard of Oz will just be even older. So it has to be the original one, right?
Yeah. Huh.
So
That's crazy.
no, it definitely is crazy. Anyway, that's not even what I wanted to start the podcast with. We've been talking about healthcare a lot lately. And this isn't necessarily healthcare per se, but it could be kind of, I don't know. Anyway,
I'll be the judge of that.
it says AI powered surgeon performs first successful surgery operating without a human doctor present. So my question to you is, how do you feel about this? And what does this say about the future? Because in my mind, in terms of AI, I always thought it would be very limited, right? Like we have AI doing McDonald's. You'll go to McDonald's and AI will talk to you. You say you want 1,000 water cups, and then the actual human will come because they don't want to do that. But the fact that they're doing surgery now is kind of, like how far is this AI thing gonna go? So how do you feel about that?
Bro, we the old heads, bro. That's all I can say. We the old heads, bro, because when we was growing up and the internet started going crazy and smartphones, bro, I know this personally because I sold smartphones in the industry. How many times is you at an old person's house trying to help them out? And to you, it's so simple. It's like, bro, all you do is touch the screen and at least say whatever app. And if you don't want to be on that app, you just swipe at the bottom of the screen or press the little home button. But it was the most complicated, frustrating, most annoying thing to them, including to this day, bro. To this day, bro. So it's like, that's how we're becoming, bro. We're the old heads where it's like, we're not used to this. We don't even want this because we like what we have. We like everything how it is. And nothing is wrong. But time changes it all, bro. So it's like, I'm sure the next generation younger than us is excited and it's just going to be normal to them to be like, when they're at a soccer, or for example, when you was playing football and you fractured or broke your ankle or whatever, and then you went to the doctor. Nowadays, kids gonna go to the doctor and it's just gonna be a machine. They gonna be happy to have a surgery and it's probably gonna take maybe less time. I don't know, but it's I've never had surgery in my life, well, on my tooth, I guess technically that was technically a surgery, but not really. I'm not gonna count that. So I've never had surgery, so I don't
did I have surgery on my ankle? I don't remember.
I think you just got in a cast or like a boot or something. I think you just was in that. I don't think you had surgery. If you had surgery, you would know. So. You probably have a scar, like at least a little one,
Yeah.
You ain't had surgery.
No.
But I don't know, dog. It's just I don't have surgery, so whatever, bro. But I don't know. I'm not excited.
But if you did, but the older you get, the more things naturally happen to you. So if you were in that situation, and would you do that?
Let's say you need to have a doctor present. Like, for no human to be present in the room is outrageous. At the end of the day, like, well, I'm not a guinea pig either, though. So no, you could just give me a doctor who's been doing this for a while. Like, I don't care.
What if it? Well, okay, playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. What if I can't?
No, not even that. Not even if you can't. Let's say there was a price gap. Let's say the surgery was $100,000 for a human, but it was only like $25,000 for the robot. You still saying, I want the human, and you'll just pay the $100,000, whatever the insurance covers.
So, devil's advocate, what am I having surgery for?
Removing cancer. They're removing the cancer out of you. I need
a body part. I need to know where it's at.
He said, "I don't need this body part." All right. You're having. Oh, dang, this is tough. I was trying to think of a good one because I don't want it to be too difficult.
Hey, yo, that sounds crazy. He's trying to think of good cancer.
Oh, that sounds so bad. I'm gonna cut that. Anyway,
no, you're not.
Surgery for a cancer in your right leg. It's taking over your whole right leg.
I always move right because people done left me. Love all my brothers to death. Do not test me. You feel me? Anywho, I gotta keep it. I gotta have a surgery.
I don't feel you.
I gotta keep it, bro. I can't get rid of my right leg, bro. It's important.
You can't.
Left leg, I could have got rid of. My right leg, I cannot do. So, gotta have surgery.
Okay, you're having surgery, but is it gonna be an AI or is it gonna be a real doctor? Are you spending $100,000 to have a human do it?
Like, what's the question? Well,
what, you want to pay $100,000 or $25,000? What do you want?
I don't know.
It said the AI doctor did it perfectly. The operation was successful. He came across problems and it solved it just like
He
that.
came across problems and they solved it. That's what it said.
I'll read the whole caption. In a groundbreaking moment for healthcare, an AI-powered robot surgeon successfully performed a complex procedure without human intervention, equipped with precision tools and real-time decision-making algorithm. The AI flawlessly executed the operation, boasting a success rate higher than its human counterparts. The system analyzed patient data, adjusted techniques mid-surgery, and completed the procedure in record time. While skeptics worry about the ethical applications, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, you mean read the rest of that? Okay.
No, I'm just flashback.
Oh, okay,
But no,
okay.
I'll do the robot. It looked like he did good. It seemed like, problem solving is there. I'll do the robot.
He did good. The only thing is if something, technology.
Wait,
Technology.
So this is people. Listen, you see what he just did? This is exactly how doctors are, bro. You don't trust no doctor out there. They gonna tell you everything good, and then as soon as you accept, then it's like, well, blah, 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 blah. They gonna give you all the bad, bro. Do not trust doctors, bro. This is a prime example. This is horrible. Zach just got me, bro.
Well, you know,
brother.
well, they gonna make you sign a piece of paper like, oh, if the robot runs out of battery and slices your heart in half, that's not their fault.
Crazy.
That's all I'm saying. So it's like, if the power shuts off to the hospital, does the robot die, or is there a backup thing?
Plugged in, he ain't plugged into the wall. He just a robot.
That's what I'm saying. What if the system glitches? Like, we see technology glitch all the time. Even when we record this podcast and I go back to listen to it, sometimes there be glitches in our mic. Our mics aren't changing. We're not doing nothing to it. It's just a glitch. The sound sounds weird. So it's like, if they're like, I don't know the percentage of it being like a glitch, but if there is, you're probably not gonna survive, or it did say it made real-time decisions, so maybe it glitches, like slices something a little too much, and then it fixes it. That's a chance of that too.
Bro, I ain't gonna cap, from all my Grey's Anatomy, bro. You get to slicing something wrong, it's pretty cut, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta act very fast, and if it's only one robot in there with no human, bro, he can only act so fast, bro. Like and then my question is...
So if it's 3 robots, you feel better.
Whoa. I got a question first. My question is, how many arms does this robot got? Does he only have 2 like a regular human?
In the picture, it shows 2. Well, I don't know. This could be a fake. This could be a fake picture, but in this picture they use for this image, it's just 2.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I have a robot doing surgery on me, he needs at least 6 arms, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. At least 6, bro.
2 of them to hold you open, 2 of them to operate, 2 of them like backup. Like, what are you thinking?
Bro, because you need somebody with the suction to get the stuff around that don't need to be there, so you can see clearly.
The stuff that don't need. What exactly? Okay, before you go any, what exactly do you?
It's just liquid.
When they open your body, what? No. Explain to the audience what doesn't need to be in your body when they open you up. Explain that, please. What is the robot?
The cancer. Bingo.
So you think the cancer is just, they can just suck it up and it's good?
What else do? They gotta cut it and suck it and all that, pause. But I don't know, bro. I'm not a surgeon. But back to my point, he needs 6 arms because he needs to be able to clean and make sure that he can see what he's looking for. If you only got 2 arms, bro, that's not Doctors, that's why doctors have I don't know, maybe they're called nurses in there or whatever. Just, people to help out.
Nurses or whatever.
No, we only care about the doctors. I don't care about a nurse. I got plenty of nurse friends. I hope they get offended. I love nurses. I'm just playing, bro. Shout out to nurses.
Yeah, please. Kennedy's not canceled. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we learned today that you can just suck cancer out, like when you're going to the dentist. Like when you go to the dentist and they put the little tube in you and they get like the liquid out.
Okay, so that's exactly what they do with your body too, bro.
That's what they do with the cancer.
When they not just the cancer, bro. I'm not talking about no disease they taking one. I'm just talking so they can see what's going on. They gotta use those little suction tubes, just like in your mouth when you get too much saliva.
Liquid, saliva.
Whatever.
That's a good word. Saliva is the perfect word, yeah.
Saliva, they gotta suck it out so they can see. It's the same thing with your body. It's not saliva, but whatever liquid
What
is
is it?
fluid.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm not.
What would you guess it is? Just guess what it is.
I would guess it's a liquid.
What would you call the liquid? What would you call the liquid? Not what is it technically called. What would you call it? Like if you're a doctor and you see like, oh, we gotta get that. What would you call it?
We gotta get those body fluids.
Okay, that's a good answer. I like that answer. That could have went way worse. I was hoping it would go worse, but we'll live with that answer. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
He said those body fluids. That's a good one. That's a very generic answer. You might be an AI surgeon. I don't know.
See what I mean, bro?
You know what? Hold on. I got another question. I just thought about this. So we have the surgeon, okay? Then we have the robot with the 2 arms. For you, it's 6 arms because you have to use specifically requested. Now, how do you feel about the from home surgeon using the robot? Like they're using like a little controller, but they're at the crib just chilling. How do you feel about that?
Nah, that's OD.
That's kind of...
Why not in person? This is not no COVID-19, bro. They should have made that when COVID-19 happened.
Well, I don't. I think I trust that the least because I feel like so much can go wrong.
You a puppet master at that point, bro. What
I don't like that. I don't like
crazy, dog. Hey, let me ask you: do you read books?
Absolutely not.
Man, me neither, bro. But I'm trying to get back into it. Well, when I mean back into it, I mean just into it. You feel me? So I was
I'm like, when were you into books?
Going through, the little I don't even know, and I found some books. You feel me? So Dr. Seuss is back in the house. I done had this since a kid. You feel me? And I'm excited for the big blue book of beginner books. You feel me? So I am excited for this. It has multiple stories in it, and the reason I'm really excited is because Dr. Seuss, he is a poet who wrote it. He rhymes anytime on a dime. So I'm just excited to open my mind up to just more brightness, bro. More beauty, more
creativity.
Yes, more simple but very impactful creativity. So
Can you do something for me in the audience? Can you just open the book to a random page?
Oh, God. I know it is.
You open the book to a random page. Yeah, there we go. And just read us like 2 pages, please. We actually want to hear some Dr. Seuss. And here too, before you do it, if you really want to take it to a new level, if you could rap it. I don't know if you've ever seen the videos where they do the llama llama rep pajama. You ever seen those? Glorilla did rep pajama. Yeah, llama where my mama. Things like that. So if you're feeling like rapping it, yeah, I'll put a little beat in the background. But if you want to just read it, that's cool too. But I think me and the audience just want to hear you read us something.
Right. Wait, so read it or rap it?
If you feel comfortable rapping it, we prefer that. And I'll put a little beat in the background.
All right, then. Where am I? Said the baby bird. I want to go home. I want my mother. Ooh. I want my mother. Ooh. I want my mother. Then something happened. Then short. What? That's not that short. That's the snort. So let me start over again. We gotta start all over. We gotta start all over. We gotta back up. Let's go again.
I love that you're getting back in the books. Yeah, here we go. Start back up.
All right. Where am I? Said the baby bird. I want to go home. I want my mother. Oh. I want my mother. Oh. Then something happened. Oof. The snort put that baby bird right back in the tree. The baby bird was home.
Baby.
The baby bird was home. I'm Mr. Oklahoma. That's where my mama is. You wanna and pops, I love you too. Something to Milwaukee. That's what I do, bro. Simple as that.
I don't know if your audio captured all that. You were kind of going a little in and out. But I think me and the audience... You're getting a little too loud. Your mic does that. But me and the audience appreciate your effort. Can you do it more? Is there... What's the reading level on that? Like, what's the age group is on that? Just curious.
No, like 3+, bro. 3+, bro. Any 3+, brother. You feel me? So don't worry.
There's no cap. There's no cap.
Look, if you make a mistake like I did and you said the short instead of the snort or whatever the word was, I'm not there anymore. It's okay. All you gotta do is go back and do it again, bro. Don't feel ashamed.
No shame.
If somebody is judging you out there, just know that they got something in their life that is really bothering them right now. So they gotta judge you. You're winning. You're winning. Dr. Seuss.
Is green eggs and ham in there? I don't mean for you to grab it again. It's like the 8th time.
All right, let's go again. Let me see if they got a table of contents or something. Let's see.
I feel like green eggs and ham was like one of the best ones, and I think it's one of the best ones because I remember my teacher. she read us the book, and then she actually made us green eggs and ham. I don't think I've ever had an egg better than in my life. Like, I don't know if it was because I was a kid and I was like, oh my gosh,
It was
it's
because
a
you were a
green
kid.
egg. Okay, but there is a chance that it actually was just that good because it
There's a
slapped. I was
chance
like,
it
oh my
wasn't.
gosh.
Because all
She
that
just
dye, she killed you. She used dye that kills people. That's what your
there's
teacher did.
there's food color you can use. That's perfectly fine.
That's dye. That still is not healthy. It's the same thing.
And the FDA approved it.
Yeah, they like to kill us. But no, that's not in here. It says, put me in the zoo is 1. A
That's
fly went
disappointing.
by is 2. Are you my mother is 3. Go dog go is 4. The best nest is the next number. It's not easy being a bunny is 6.
Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's
That's all
obviously
these.
not a. So it's really not an all-time classic Dr. Seuss book, but that's okay.
Hey, so all the Dr. Seuss lovers out there, he just crapped on 6 of Dr. Seuss's books. So please in the comment section, let us know if that is appropriate. You know what I mean?
The thing about it is, if it doesn't have green eggs and ham, it can't be an all-time classic. It's like if you take your favorite artist and one of their best songs, it's like, yeah, maybe it's overplayed, but if it is not in that catalog, then you're not playing all the classics. Obviously, like that's just the way it is.
Oh man, dude, I'm so happy we talking about Dr. Seuss and now we talking about music and classics, bro. Oh my soul, bro. Shout out Durkee, yo. That man dropped his best album he has ever made, and I'm
Is that
literally
Lil Durk?
Lil Durk, yeah, Durkee.
Yeah, you said
Lil
Durkee. I was like, is that a new rapper? I didn't know who that was.
Hey, he don't listen to you, but I do. But bro, Lil Durk is always talking about like, you know, violence. I ain't gonna cap. Even though in his like personal life, he, you know, chooses a different way of life. Now it's not violent, but his music still promoted it. So it's just like, I didn't like it because it was like, bro, I love that he evolved in life and like he's I think he a Muslim, so like, you know, you found a spiritual path that you want and like you're changing your life. So I'm always happy when people do that. But also like when you see action in it, like you can tell. This album, you could tell, bro, that man has a different mindset now, bro. The evolution and the growth of his music is amazing, bro. Like, I was able to listen to every song on there and enjoy it, bro. You just felt his pain,
Okay.
bro. You felt where he was coming from.
So he's still in jail though, right?
Yeah.
So did he do it Tory Lanez? He recorded it from jail?
No, I saw a lot of these, like, because he put out like a 10, 12-minute documentary about making the album. So it seems like he had a lot of the songs already made, because, like, you saw him in the studio with the homies. But it's crazy because some of the music is very, like, you would think, I thought he might have made certain songs with being locked up because of what he was talking about. And, yeah. But, I mean, you know, he could have just made it.
Foreshadowing?
Yeah, you never know. You know how I go, bro. So, yeah, but it was a great album, bro. I loved it, bro.
His
He
best
got
one?
a song on it. Yeah, to me, yeah, his best album to me, for sure, to me. But that's because, like I said, bro, as somebody, as an example in the community, as he is, right? And now he just got, in October, he got hit with the murder for hire, right? That looks bad, bro, especially when you've been doing really, really good. Now, though, and like his music went with that murder for hire, so to speak, at that time. So now it's like, bro, your music is finally not about no violence like that, bro. You just talking your story, you talking about your feelings, and you being like a little more vulnerable and a little bit more real, bro. So it's like, it's such a respect factor. And now, since he does have influence, regardless of what people think, the music you listen to does influence you sometimes. It's just what it is. So now all his fans and all his people, they gonna hear that music, and hopefully it calm the YNs down out here, because they crazy as heck right now. So hopefully this music is influential and impactful to people, because I definitely enjoyed it, bro. That was the best album he ever made to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. And I like Lil Durk. People know this, bro. I like his music. But this, I'm happy that he is on. He's just evolving his music, bro. It's amazing, bro.
Do you think it'll help his case out? Do you think it was good timing? Like this, be like, oh, see, this is what I was on, boy. You think it'll help him out at all?
The thing that's gonna help his case is all the money he has. That's what's gonna help his case. The same thing with Young Thug. His money helped him, and he had the best lawyer on paper.
Man, but Young Thug was fighting that for, bro. I feel like for years, bro. I don't even know.
Okay, would you rather fight it for 2 to 4 years, or would you rather be in jail forever?
No, I don't disagree. It's just like, god dang, like I don't know what they could have possibly talked about in court for years like that. Like, bro, every day something new. Like, what the heck?
Well, that's what the people was getting annoyed with, because the defense would just try to They've made a lot out of nothing, and then they would bring
Right.
a lot of like old people back in the situation. They brought people who locked in jail for crimes that they've been committed, and now they bringing them on the stand saying if you don't say something bad about Young Thug, then we're gonna lock you in jail even longer. It was just a messed up trial. So like that's why that it was obviously thrown out, and the judge, pretty much ruled in Thug's favor in that case.
Mhm.
Lil Durk, if you look him up, he's beat cases before where he's been quote unquote on video, shooting stuff up. So this is not his
Yeah.
first, go around. Him and his
They
lawyers
said the
know
same thing
what
for
to do and
Rocky
not to
too.
do. For who?
ASAP.
Oh,
ASAP
I'm like,
Rocky.
what?
They said the same thing
Yeah,
for him too.
bro. Look, okay, that's another thing, bro. He beat that case, and I didn't think he was gonna beat that, bro. I didn't think
Mm.
ASAP was gonna beat that because it was, from what it looked like, there was video proof of whatever the other person was saying, and I don't
Right.
know. His lawyer did his job, bro. That's all you can say. Like,
Man.
dude, when you have money and influence, bro, it's just like the movies we see on TV, bro. Like the movie's not a joke, bro. It don't matter if it's say fiction or non-fiction, bro. A lot of movies are real, bro. It's just that simple. When you see these big figures doing crazy things and still getting out, bro, it's just real life, bro. If you have if you have money and power, bro, you rule the whole world, bro.
Well, granted, R. Kelly's locked up. Tory's locked up.
Well, R. Kelly
Is Diddy locked up?
Right, we don't even gotta talk about Tory Lanez because I don't want to get into that and make women mad. So Tory Lanez, shout out Tory Lanez. But R. Kelly and P. Diddy though, that's totally different, bro. You talking about taking advantage of women throughout the years who are way young, who are younger than 18, who are not legal. And then you talk, and even bro, messing with 18-year-olds when you're old is like, dog. There are 20-year-olds out here. But anywho, that's whatever. So what you're talking about, literally beating women and like taking advantage of women and drugging them. It's like, I mean, I hope you don't get away with that one, like for sure. I'm not saying I hope somebody get away with murder, but at the end of the day, like, you just don't play about women and children specifically, bro. That's never okay, bro. It's just disgusting. You're just a monster, really. At that point, you're disgusting. So, and Diddy still ain't seen his day in court yet. We still waiting on that trial to start.
Is he locked up at all?
He's
I
locked
have
up
no idea.
still.
He is locked up.
He locked up still. I think one day somebody tried to say he was out on bond, but he's not out on bond. He locked up still. So as far as like, this is January, February, this is the end of March we're talking right now. This podcast will be posted later. Maybe he'll be free in 2 months. I don't think so.
This
But
podcast
yeah,
the first week in June, I believe.
Okay, dang. So yeah.
It's April 1st, by the way.
He got, oh, okay. But yeah, he got, I don't know. I didn't even talk about them, bro. They nasty, bro. I'm really not trying to talk about Diddy, bro. I don't like him, bro. I don't like him.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's not a problem. Do you think anybody should be able to receive bond?
Do I think anybody? No. No. I think, no, bro. Anything with a child, you should not receive bond. Because why would we bond you out? Like, you could, as soon as you walk out this jail, bro, it could be a kid, and now we gotta worry about you, bro. Like, no, anything with a child, you're not getting bonded out. You don't need to. You could go. You're gonna be in jail until the court gives you your date, and then however many years they sentence you to, you'll just be locked up. It is what it is, bro. I have no sympathy for people who take advantage of children, bro. That's all I gotta say. And for women beaters, bro. No, matter of fact, we gonna talk about this, bro. This really upset me, bro. Some semi-famous, like, I'm gonna just say YouTuber. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know his name, like, but he just beat his woman, and I'm so upset, bro. But I'm so happy it's on camera, bro. Like, he was like, bro, he was throwing blows.
In public?
Bro, no, it was at their house. But I think the caption said like a prank went wrong or something. So who knows what prank she did or didn't do on him. But like, when I tell you, dog, he was beating her like a dude, bro. Like, cracking her in the face. Like, her face was swole. Like, when the podcast is done,
He's in jail.
Yes, what, bro? Yes, bro. But like, people like him, you shouldn't even get bond either, bro. You're a clown, bro. You're weird, bro. You're not a real man, bro. Like, everybody, I tell this all the time, bro. At the end of the day, everybody gets mad. I get that. But everybody also has that thought in their brain before they act on anything, where when they're mad, they're like, bro, they play it out in their head. At least I do, and I know a lot of people do, where it's like,
that's the wise thing to do.
I'm mad at my girl. I really want to hit her for whatever reason because if she was a guy, I'd hit her. Let me walk away. Let me leave the house so I
Man,
don't do something that I know is stupid and that
right,
I'm going to regret. Like, I
100%.
hate men that just can't walk away, bro. That's why I hate Diddy too, bro. I don't want to talk about it when we talk about woman beaters. But it's the same thing with Diddy, bro. And that's why I'm saying I'm happy that the video for that woman is out now because he cannot deny it, bro. How many times do men just deny that stuff? Even with Diddy, when they said that he beat Cassie at first, and his whole team came out saying that was a lie. And then they released the video, and now he wanted to say, "Oh, I'm getting better. I'm trying."
4K.
Bro, come on,
Yeah,
get your goofy self out of here, bro. Don't nobody like people like that, bro. So it's the same thing
yeah,
with this little cat who just did it. That's why I'm so happy it's video proof. Not because I'm liking that it's going around social media. I feel bad for her. I don't think anybody needs to see her get beat.
yeah.
However, it is good because she has clear as day evidence where it's like, hey, this man was beating me, bro. And at the end of the day, that's one of the things you always got to let people know, bro. If you are a woman, I'm telling you right now, because I'm actually frustrated with some women in my life because they continue to hang out with dumb men who want to put their hands
Right,
on them. And I'm literally
right,
telling you, bro, if you are a woman or a man who gets abused, it's just less. But I don't want to leave men out. But
right,
if you are a
right.
woman who is getting abused by a man, bro, get out the situation. If you don't want to tell the cops, whoop-de-doo, bro, that's the one thing you can, bro. Go get a restraining order. Then if he comes by you, he could get locked up. Get a new number. Block the dude. Like, it's so many things that you can do, and it just makes me super sad and mad as a man when women continue to put themselves in these situations. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's another man out there who's gonna actually love you. When you get a hit, that man don't love you. Just know that. As soon as
No.
he hits you, he don't love you. Get out. Like,
Yeah, there was a situation like that at a job I had where the couple actually worked there, and she was getting physically abused, and they actually like saved her, so to speak. They went to the house, got her out, whatever, got her away, gave her housing, blah blah blah, and she still went back to him. She
bro,
still
it's
went
just
back to him, and we're just like, after that, like nobody can even feel bad for her because it's like we literally
bro.
we not only told you to do it, we helped you get away from it, and then you still went back. It's just like there's not. What do you want us to do? Like
That's
we have no, there's nothing we can do at that point.
You can't do nothing, bro. You know why I be so passionate about this, bro? Because we done have family members get beat. And then on a real note, bro, shout out Chanel. You remember Chanel I grew up with?
I'm thinking
Chanel
of two
Cox.
Chanels.
She was skinnier. But anywho, I grew up
That
with
sounds
Chanel Cox. Her sister
that
was like
sounds
in
so
your grade.
familiar.
Her,
Yeah.
bro, I don't know if you know, but dog, she literally died a handful of years ago with her kid in her stomach because her man shot her to death, bro. Like, I don't think women really,
Yeah.
yeah, like, dog, that's the thing. When women go back, after somebody tries to help you in your life and you decide that you're grown enough to go back in a dumb situation, you really got to understand what you're risking. You're risking your life. Because at the end of the day, bro, how many times does domestic abuse turn into what? Murder. And it's literally happened in my life, bro. Like, and unfortunately, me and Chanel wasn't talking at the time. We had no beef. Me and her, oh, mad love, bro. We was just in different
Right.
places.
Right.
But it makes me so sick that she had to literally die, bro. Like, it sucks, bro. Like, please, if you are in an abusive relationship, seek help. And even when you want to, at the end of the day, we all relapse on something. So even if you feel like you're going to relapse and go back to that man, bro, just seek more help. Like, I'm literally begging women out there because it's so sad when y'all get beat. And then it's even worse when y'all die from it, bro. Nobody needs to die from this, bro. Like, seek help in whatever way you need to, bro, because it's not worth your life. Make sure to like, comment, share with everybody you know, and subscribe.